You know what's exciting, I've been pumped for this since the announcement of what the top. I'm really excited about our best 10. I really am. I'm looking forward to hearing our best 10. We did our worst 10 last week, and it made more excitement for our best 10 tonight. So the main topic is, ooh, I'm revving to go.
All right. Well, since David had to go party without us last week.
Yeah.
Why don't we let you go first, David?
David, the floor is yours.
Oh, come on. All right.
Let the judging begin.
There's no specific order. I'm not going like 10, 9, whatever. Just
no. How dare you? I want 10 through 1.
Number 10. No, just kidding. All right.
I didn't have it. I didn't have it organized last week, but since Anthony did it, I did pull the trigger and I went in order. But an hour before the show, I still had 25 on my list, and I was having a really hard time. And
all right, so the 10 that I love of the year, of course, Ram Man, mainly because of the childhood memories with that. I used to love that little spring action He-Man toy and ram through everything. So
yep, I had the original Ram Man toy as well, and he was one of my 25, but he did end up getting cut.
Oh, well, at least I brought him in.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We've got metallic Pennywise. I love it. I love the metallic. Like
he's good.
I love him.
Best Pop, but go on.
Let's see. The Make-A-Wish for me, just that, and actually the 10-inch bullseye I put on there just for the foundations that they're supporting. That makes Pop for me. The Make-A-Wish, St. Jude's,
charitable pops. Yep,
on my list.
That's good.
Let's see. I had to because I love the glow on it. The glow in the dark Doctor Strange Ghost Rider.
That is a hot pop.
That glow is that's probably the best glow that I've seen. So I put that on there. Tarna for the memories like Ram Man. I remember watching Heavy Metal and I loved it. And just
see, I never watched Heavy Metal when it was new.
Okay.
And I think I tried to watch it at a later time, and I don't think it's aged as well as some things have. And
yeah, I haven't watched it in ages. I'll have to watch it. But when I was younger, I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah, John Page was really excited about that one too, and I know he got that too. I think he forked out for that. That thing tanked in value like no tomorrow.
Definitely. Woo. Let's see. Just because I love it, I don't know why it makes me laugh. Frank Von Wiener, this plastic line. I love it.
He is really good, and
it just makes me laugh every time I look at it. So it's a favorite.
He was a consideration, but he wasn't in my top 25.
Oh, see, Metallic Skeletor, because I love the work they did on it.
He is really good looking. I like him a lot.
The look for that.
I'm glad you guys are into necrophilia. Okay, continue.
Jollibee, not the metallic. I have the regular one. I just love the look of the pop itself.
See, before the pop even got announced, I had no idea what it was.
I didn't either.
And
it's the Chick-fil-A of the Philippines.
But they have them here too. They have them in the US.
They have one in Queens. They have one 20 minutes from me.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But they don't get the pops.
Well, of course not. Of course not. And then last on the list is I love the orange Elvira. The big up for.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
She looks good. I like the orange dress with the bats on it, and they just put the coloring and everything.
You got one, didn't you?
I did. I wanted to know off.
My wife would slit your throat for it in your sleep.
I will cut you!
No, but that Elvira would forget about it. Pardon me, Elvira and Wednesday Addams like her spirit animals.
Ah, okay. All right. Yeah, I love Elvira. I mean, grew up watching that too, so.
She must be a big Christina Ricci fan then.
No.
Oh no, just
no.
No, we're going. She's all about the OG. That's it.
Oh,
Mark, you want to go or you want me to go?
I want you to go.
What was that? I'm sorry, I lost you.
I want you to go.
Ooh, okay, I'll leave. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later. No,
Get the hell out of here.
get off my lawn. So I got to give an honorable mention, as David did say, to the Foundation Pops, the Bullseye, and the Make a Wish. It's always good when such a big billion-dollar company like Funko does the right thing and sends over some proceeds. So kudos to Funko for that. All right, so Mark, you're gonna laugh, but it's a love-hate for me. So
if you say Chrome, I'm just gonna disconnect you right now.
My number 10, coming in at number 10 was the entire Chrome Thanos set, because the Chromes are the color of the Infinity Stones. I think they did a great job taking that dynamic and putting it into a pop. Yes, I know last week I said I hate the damn Chromes and I'm tired of them. But
in fact, I think you even called out the Thanos ones as being in your top 10 worst pops from last year.
Stop with the Chrome! Enough! Move on! Every single damn Chrome pop, they just did a Chrome Rocket Raccoon. Obviously the red one for Batman from every damn Thanos you can think of. I'm done, Mark.
That's quite a different take a week later, that some of the pops that were in your top 10 worst are now in your top 10 best.
It's a love-hate, and I'm a very conflicted individual. So
now I have to say that I absolutely love the the 7 Chrome Thanoses. I'm really, really happy that they did change the purple one here, just so those of us that got the purple one actually had it, because a lot of us paid money or traded or did different things to get the the Australian ones, and I'm glad that they didn't burn us and then bring them here that much later. That'd be like them releasing the glow Thor here all of a sudden, as like a 7-Eleven exclusive or something, So I'm happy that they did that, and no, they're really good. I really like those. So I will, even though you went on your tirade.
Stop with the Chrome! Stop with the Chrome! Stop with the Chrome! War in the blood! War in the blood! War in the blood! Stop with the Chrome!
If you guys look on our YouTube page, I condensed last week's episode into 5 minutes, and there is the whole rant in that little part. I sped everything up real fast, and I would stop it every once in a while when interesting things are being said. And sometimes, unless you saw the show, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it's still kind of funny. But he went off on
yes. But it is a love-hate, and I am a conflicted person, and I apologize for my contradiction, but I'm tired of the Chrome. I can't be enough said about the Infinity Stone colors. They did a really good job.
Well, really, I'm tired of gold Chrome.
Fair enough, because they've made like 30,000. So, and now they're doing Pez's and everything else. All right, number 9. I thought this was extremely cool because it was one of a kind. The first one to come out, the Light Up Iron Man.
I knew that would be on your top 10 list.
Of course.
I'm still a little bitter because I don't have one. But no, it is cool, and I'll pick one up one of these days. And now the second light up one is going to be an Iron Man as well.
I'm hearing a Batman.
Yeah, but we've actually seen pictures of the new Iron Man one, so I think that's going to beat Batman.
Okay, probably because I saw a Walgreens sticker when the Iron Man was announced, the first one that we have.
Yep.
The next to it was a light up Batman. So, but those were just like. So
I just wonder what's going to light up, unless it's one of like the Dark Knight Returns suits or like the Batman v Superman suits, that the lights, the eyes can light up and stuff like that. I mean that, or else the bat signal, or it could have like a bat light at its feet that lights up too.
Oh, that would be pretty cool.
Some type of symbolism, kind of like when the bat symbol shined in the sky.
Yeah.
All right, so cool. Number 8 and number 7 are from the same set, we'll say, but now number 8 is because it hits home. I think I love what they did with the Freddie Funko Kurt Cobain at SDCC. Kurt Cobain is the reason why I am the person I am today, pretty much. You know, he came out and Nirvana was live when I was a kid. So it has its personal meaning. It had to go in the top 10. I don't specifically own the pop. I will eventually when I can afford to buy it. But and then piggybacking off the SDCC at number 7, the the Pennywise Freddy Funko Pop.
That pop is amazing.
It's an amazing Freddy rendition of the Pennywises that they did. And they did it right. It's not just the Freddy Funko head. They did the clown makeup, and it was wonderful. So I was really happy with those two. Mark, I think you'll appreciate my number 6. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, is it going to be a Saga Pop?
Nah. You know, they didn't make the cut from like the top 800. But the blue and gray Batman Hush, the GameStop exclusive.
Yeah, that's
such nice. An awesome. You know, he's all spread out and ready for like attack mode.
Yeah, the wings up, yeah, or the cape.
That one almost made my top 10. It was on my list, and you know, I'll explain more when it gets to my turn. But that's a great pop. Both of them are. I love both of them.
Number 5, it doesn't really fit my criteria, but seeing it in person and the New York City Comic-Con Funky Phantom. Awesome pop. Awesome.
Yeah, you know, it is.
It's a cool pop, but I don't remember the show. And, you know,
Really? You don't remember the Funky Phantom cartoon?
No, but when we grew up, we didn't have cable. We didn't have cable until I was in junior high. So we just had the major networks and like one rogue channel that eventually became Fox.
7-function, remote control, color television. So beautiful, it enhances any decor.
When Fox finally came into being in the late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that was on any of the channels that we had at the time. You know, our old early morning, like Saturdays, we had like Underdog, and we had Tennessee Tuxedo, and we had Great Space Coaster, and so we had different old ones, but we know we didn't have Funky Phantom.
Well, you missed out. Number 4, and there's again personal reasons, but the dynamic, the earring, the box of noodles, the beard, the Lost Boys David pop, not the vampire David, the regular one where he's eating the noodles out of the little noodle container,
yeah.
The chopsticks, the earring, the shadow beard. I think they did a phenomenal job with that pop for all the details and all the.
It's really good.
It's a really cool pop. At number 3, again, maybe because I'm a homer and I'm biased, but the San Diego Comic-Con or shared exclusive, whatever you want to look at it as, the Mark I suit from Iron Man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah, that one I put up that picture of the other day, right?
Yes, indeed. You guys may be shocked to hear this come out of my mouth because I'm not a fan of the character at all, but the pop was fantastic. David, you want to show us something?
What, the Mark I?
Yes. Have you ever taken it out of box, David?
No, I haven't.
It's so good.
Oh, the back of that pop is phenomenal.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt.
I might have to take it out.
You may have to look at it. Just look at it and then put it back in. Number 2, phenomenal job. Aside from all the destruction that it created in shipments and whatnot, but that 10-inch Hulk, Gladiator Hulk, is such a kick-ass pop. And
it was on David's bottom list, but he's right there, and he's off.
Just because the hammer was always broke. I got like 3 of them, and the hammer was broke off.
And then it wouldn't be me without mentioning a full set or a full line in a top 10 list. The entire set of the Venomized pops that they came out with. The Venomized Loki, the Venomized Iron Man, the Venomized Hulk, the Venomized... They were fantastic.
Yeah, they were.
They're really good. I still need to get the Black Panther one. I snoozed on it. In fact, I even bought one and sent it to John Page, and I never picked up a second one for myself. So I'm gonna have to eBay that one eventually. But no, those are really good.
That's my crap 10, and I'm done.
All right,
very nice.
Well, let's get mine up here because I'm gonna start with a few honorable mentions aside from ones that I've already said were honorable mentions that you guys have done. But so the Harlequin demon glow in the dark from Nightmare Before Christmas. That is a great freaking pop. It glows like crazy and almost made my top 10 list. It made top 12. And the same with the glow in the dark Lion Cat from Saga. So no, none of my Saga pops made my top 10, but it almost did. I read every single issue of Saga this year, and it's a great, great, great comic. If you like comics, you like something different, Saga is like taking Romeo and Juliet in Star Wars and all kinds of other stuff and just mashing it all together, and it's really good. And its meta is all get out, and it's deals with a lot of current day stuff, and it's just really good. But it's just a really good space opera. But okay, so now after all that, so now to explain how some of the things slipped out of my top 10, like the Hush Batman, stuff like that, I let personal feelings also weigh in on some of my top 10 because sometimes if a pop means more to me, then it makes it a better pop. So, like my number 10 is the Mr. Rogers with King Friday.
Oh,
that is a great freaking pop, and seeing King Friday, I mean, I grew up, we didn't have cable, so we watched Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street every day growing up. We didn't have any of the other little kid shows. And, I watched that documentary that just came out a little while ago with Mr. Rogers, and it was really, 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 really good. And I'm just really, really happy that I got that one because
Fred Rogers taught me manners and respect, and I mean that's my childhood in a nutshell.
Yeah, exactly. Same here.
I mean, after watching that documentary and seeing how he pushed the limits of so many things, like how they had the black mailman and like back when racial tension was still high, and they had the scene where they were washing their feet together in the swimming pool and stuff like that, and just trying to push it a little bit, and seeing what they would let him get away with and stuff like that. And it's actually crazy some of the stuff that he actually incorporated that was like so relevant to what was going on in the news into each episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood that I've watched the documentary twice now. I mean, it was that good. So
I think I'm gonna have to watch that.
So that's my number 10. My number 9, I was a huge fan of the Garbage Pail Kids growing up, and I think they did a phenomenal job on the Garbage Pail Kids pops, and especially Clark Kent. That pop is great, and that is just a really, really good pop. And as soon as I saw those, I knew I had to have them all.
Did they do an upchuck, or are they gonna do an upchuck?
They haven't announced any further ones besides the first 4. But
there he is.
You gotta
show
say
it again,
something.
David. Show it again.
You gotta talk.
Clark.
Yeah, that's a great.
I love it. With the drool coming down and everything. Oh, that's awesome.
So sticking with great things from my childhood, my number 7. No, my number 8. Yeah, my number 8. I don't have these numbered, so I'm counting backwards here and trying to figure out where I am. So my number 8 is the Weird Al Fat Pop from the music video Fat. The FYE exclusive. That's a great, great pop. The detail on it is fantastic, and that was a hilarious video when I was growing up, and I really hope that they make a few more Weird Al ones based on different music videos he did, because they could do like a Surgeon, Amish Paradise, Smells Like Nirvana.
Amish Paradise.
So now my number 7 is also a Lost Boys pop, and it's also David, but it's the Vampire David one from I love them both, but
I had a hard time deciphering between the two.
That one's really, really good, and I almost wish they would have made the eyes glow, because I think that would have just been that little.
Definitely.
It would have put it over the top, and so yeah, that's my number 7. Now my number 6, I couldn't decide, because I wanted to pay homage to the plethora. We had a veritable cornucopia of Deadpool pops this year, and I couldn't decide which one I wanted to put in, so I gave a tie to the chicken Deadpool and the panda pool because I think they are both fantastic. Those were great standout pops. You know, even if I wasn't a huge Deadpool fan, which I am, I would have probably gotten those because those are just awesome looking pops. You know, in the chicken suit eating the chicken, and then just the panda pool looks awesome.
Deadpool and a unicorn is like a right underneath those two for me. But okay.
Yeah, that one's really good too.
Yeah, definitely. That one is good.
I almost wish they would have Deadpooled it up just a little more, though. Like maybe had some like writing on the side of the unicorn or just something. But no, it's still really good. The only thing that bothered me a little bit about the Deadpool on the unicorn is within that same week, I also got the Tina from Bob's Burgers on the unicorn, and so I got 2 pops on unicorns in the same week. You know, so. But I love them both because I have every Bob's Burger pop, and I love Bob's Burgers. It's a great show. If you don't watch it, you're dumb. Now, well, maybe not dumb, just in the dark. You just we'll say that you just don't know better yet. Now, my number, let's see, 1, 2, 3. My number 5 is Mr. Gene Frankel. More cowbell. That Will Ferrell pop with his gut hanging out. The detail on that is fantastic. You know, when they first announced the Saturday Night Live pops, I was sure that Dick in the Box was going to steal the show. But when I got the whole first series of those, Gene Finkel and the More Cowbell pop totally stole the show. That pop is just gross and funny and awesome. So, and that's just such a classic SNL skit, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And okay, my number 4 is like Anthony. I'm a very, very big Kurt Cobain fan. Have you seen Montage of Heck yet?
Yes.
Great documentary.
Yes.
The Kurt Cobain of sunglasses, the Funko pop-up shop. That one is by far it's my favorite because it just screams. Now the Unplugged one is really good too. I really like that one because Nirvana Unplugged was a great moment in music. You know, I mean that album is so good, and you know they did a great job with that. They did a good job with all of the Kurt Cobain pops, but just with the sunglasses and everything, I just love that one.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it right now, and that is Kurt Cobain. That's what I remember.
Yeah,
Kurt
it
Cobain
is, without a doubt.
It's the one that screams Kurt Cobain over all the other ones. So, I mean, that's just, it's great. Now, my number 3, because I had, and it should have been my, like I told these guys before the show started, I wish when I got down to my 25, I would have kept my other 25, so I remembered some more of my honorable mentions. But I did have Venomized Loki in my top 10, but I cut it because that's probably my favorite of the Venomized pops because that Loki one is just great. I just love that one. But I decided that I'm gonna go in my top 10 and give it to the Doctor Strange as Ghost Rider because that pop is really, really, really good. And eventually I'm gonna get. We have the regular one. We have a couple of the regular ones because Amy eventually. She's been very, very busy lately with the kids and stuff, so she hasn't been doing any of her customs in the last month and a half. But she's gonna do a metallic paint and make it glow like a mofo. And but I still have to get the real glow one too. But I think that she might outdo that one just a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Now my number 2 is a 6-inch pop, and it's the Hulk busting out of the Hulk Buster. Even though it never happened in the movie, that pop, the detail on that pop is just phenomenal. I mean, you put that next to the other 6-inch Hulkbuster that they put out with Infinity War, and that one looks like garbage compared to it.
Yeah.
But if you put that one next to the original one that came in the first Marvel Collector's box, that one looks like garbage too. I'm not a fan of the regular 6-inch that came out with Infinity War. I like the old G one that came with the Collector Core better than the new one. But I like the Hulk busting out one even better than both of them. I mean, that's
Yeah,
a
that is
great,
cool.
great pop. And that's another one you got to take it out of the box and look at it at all angles because it's done so well. And so, for my number one, it goes to Freddy Funko Pennywise. It's, they've done a lot of really good Freddy Funko mashup ones over the years, but for this year, yes, the Kurt Cobain one was really, really good, and yes, I really want to have that one too. And that Freddy Funko Pennywise was just, and when we did the episode that we had our top 3 pops that mean the most to us, that was in my top 3 because that was I remember the moment that was announced, and we have all the pops and everything. And I was just praying my locker would have it in there, and it did. So I'm very excited about that pop, and so that gets my number one for the year.